Oh, I haven't done a live for a while, so I thought I'd hop on now. I've got a migraine, so I'm feeling the best. But hey, for some weird reason, I'm in the mood for it, so hit me up with any questions you got, or if you want to talk about. Hi, Harold. Hey, Nicola. Hey, JV. Harold. Oh, from Canada, nice. Thanks for subscribing. Click that subscribe button and like that video and leave a comment. I never say that, hey. I don't know if I ever said it in my videos. It smells a bit meaty. Yeah. Pound that like button. Smash that subscribe. Smash it. PewDiePie does some pretty funny things about it. It shows that. Excuse my non-smiliness or whatever. I have a headache. It's been since morning, and I had one Friday, Saturday, Sunday, pretty bad ones. So I'm in a bit of a bad mood. But you know, I just felt like doing a live. Maybe you guys can cheer me up. Hit me with some adrenaline. I get adrenaline when I teach, you know what I mean? Sometimes, so it's a good distraction, you know. I already had to lie down in the beautiful sun. And so yeah, thought I'll say hello and see what's up. Hi, Enoch. Hey, Vicar, thanks, man. Yeah, it's been long, eh, between my reactions. It's been a while between my reactions and my normal videos. Hey, Joshua. Hey, Garat. Hey, Edsel. Hey, John. Westport, New Zealand. Enoch from Philippines. Harold, I'm trying so hard to practice. Sometimes I come short. Okay, we'll talk about that. Maybe my breathing. Alright. Again, make sure you pay attention to your mic when the last time you were talking to yourself for 30 minutes long. It wasn't 30, right? Nice exaggeration, but yeah, you just tell me. It should be fine today because I don't have the cover. Thanks for reminding me about that. Last time I had the cover on my phone, and because the cover's quite thick, when I played with it, the mic came out. This mic, it's more obvious now because there's no cover on the phone, so the mic is pushed into the port pretty well. Hey, Mrs. Producers from New Zealand. That's because a couple of Kiwis are disconnected. Yeah. Louder, please. Let me be louder. Let's get closer. How's that? Is that loud? Is this working? This is working, right? Oh shit. It's not. How's that? Is that the right volume? I'm using the wrong connection. This is the connection I use when I plug it into my mixer for my portable lessons. Sorry about that. I'm sitting here talking super low. How's that? Is that nice and loud? Is that nice and loud? I use this mic because I don't like to talk loud. I like to talk like at a natural volume. Because I talk loudly enough when I go out to salsa nights and restaurants and just loud places in general. So this is a nice thing for me. I can just talk really chill. So I can talk super quiet and you guys can hear me. So just tell me that you guys can hear me really clear now. Thanks for telling me that. Happy cheek. Happy cheeks. Do you have any tips for minimizing the times singing in nasal? Okay, it's a good question. I'm going to run through the comments and get back to the questions. Thank you, Enoch. You have a nice day too. Numa, hey Numa. Lots of water, bananas, and tabs. Huh? How's your little cutie? Amira is going absolutely amazing. She's starting to laugh now. So cute. She's laughed with me maybe 2 or 3 times. And she laughed with Jess a few days ago while I was traveling. I was traveling for work last week, which is part of the reason why I haven't been doing any reactions. Just super tired, super sleep deprived, because like got up early to fly and never really caught up on sleep. Excited, making a lot of headaches too. And when I have headaches, it's very hard to do a proper reaction and enjoy it. So So I use my time to do other things productive when I have a headache and I can't do a reaction. So I've been working on my website a lot. So if you guys want to check out my website, I've changed it up a lot. I've changed the products. I've been updating my old course. I'm writing a book. I'm creating a new series of video lessons, which is going to be an incredible tool to help you guys learn better. And I'm also possibly creating like a subscriber page, which will be like a very low cost subscription page where you can come in and do exercises and things that I put up just for people that are really, really interested in singing. You just pay maybe a couple dollars a month or something like that, and you subscribe for that kind of thing on my page. So I've been working a lot on that in the last few weeks. That's where I've been. I've been getting a lot of ideas and stuff for better content to create for students, better curriculum, better courses, that kind of stuff. So my mind's been like so focused on that I've given reactions a bit of a break. Just naturally, like just my mind naturally gravitated. You know, it's hard to do too many things at the same time. So I've been creating that. Yeah, but every time I want to do a reaction, I'm not well. So it's kind of like annoying. It's easier to work on the website stuff when I'm not well and the courses because, you know, I'm not like on camera, if you know what I mean. So, like right now, I got a migraine. Like it would suck. I couldn't do a reaction right now. It would suck. You know, it wouldn't be fun, and I can't be who I want to be. So it's really annoying. I'll come back to your questions in a second, eh? Coach, I saw some home remedy for migraines. Cream of tartar. Okay. I haven't heard of that. I'll look into it. Watching your videos from Philippines, nice. Background noise or wind. Is there background noise now? Or is it okay now? Too noisy, Coach. Your mic is a bit low. I can hear you. Your volume. We have volume now. Great. Until you keep us perfect, Coach. I just noticed JR Kid Papa has some really nice range. It certainly does. Yep. Definitely agree. Edsel, Smileys, looking forward to more reactions. Thank you, man. I will do some now. Amira hasn't started humming. No, she started laughing. Sumatriptan. Yeah, the triptan drugs. Yeah, I haven't tried them because I was worried that I'll get addicted to them. So I might have to start trying them. How can I improve my vocal range? Good question, Angela. I'll get into it. Wow, that's a lot. Coachy, I wonder why you got a migraine. Yeah, I've had it since I was 15 years old. I'm 35 now. So it's actually long-standing. Trying to do like dietary stuff and drugs to reduce it as much as possible because I have had some success in the past. But it's quite hard, you know. It's hard to do the diet because you have to always buy the stuff and you get sick. So you're too sick to go and shop properly and cook properly. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I've struggled doing stuff strictly, and the diet doesn't work 100% either. So I've got a lot to deal with. I've got stuff I have to get on top of it, and I have to be more diligent because I need to take better care of my health. It is okay now. Great. Hello, friend. Love your videos, Ruben. Can you sing Brian? Can I sing love? I love that one. I'll try. I'm not feeling that well enough to sing. We'll see how it go. Maybe you're magnesium deficient. Yeah, I've looked into that. Actually, tried that for a while. It didn't do anything. Will you ask Jan to be godfather? Bananas water. Okay. All right. Let's get to the questions. So, first question was about breathing. I'm trying so hard to practice. Sometimes I come short. Maybe my breathing. Okay. What do you specifically mean by you come short in your practice? I need more information, please. So, when it comes to practice, you got to sort of set yourself a schedule. So you got to have a schedule, an idea of how often you want to practice, and then you need some type of idea of what you want to practice. So setting a schedule is pretty basic. It's sort of like, you know, you say to yourself, I'm going to put aside half an hour a day to do this. That's an example of setting a schedule. I'm going to do it at this time. That's important too. Like I do my practice in the morning and at night. I nearly always do the morning and I don't always do the night. So I've kind of got like a routine where it depends how my day is going and how I use my voice over the course of the day. So you need to set your schedule first. And secondly, you need to know what to practice and if you're practicing correctly. So for that, I recommend the lessons because it's hard to know what you're supposed to practice unless someone tells you. Maybe my videos are enough for you to learn what you got to do. So you just watch my videos to see what you got to do. You got to split up your practice into tiny bits. So your practice will comprise of not just a block of half an hour, but what are you actually doing in that half an hour? Are you working on your runs for 5 minutes? Are you working on long notes for 5 minutes? Are you working on pitch accuracy for 5 minutes? You got to chunk it smaller. Okay. All right. Next question. Minimizing singing in nasal. Now, singing in nasal, if you sound nasally when you're singing, it's actually a skill that you have to practice to move away from, to fix. So, someone that has good control over their voice can instantly choose whether they want to sing nasal, whether they want to sing kind of open, like more like a talking sound, your natural sound. Some people call it neutral sound. CVT system calls it neutral. I just called it like your speaking voice, your natural voice. That's what I called it. Your nasal voice. And then you got the kind of like what opera singers use. Some people, I think they call it dark in CVT. Some people call your natural voice also bright voice. So there's different words, or open sound. It's like different sounds, different terms, but they mean the same thing or similar things. So you got like opera singers who are like, every note is like that. Then you got your neutral sound, which is like your natural sound, your speaking voice. It's like that's how I speak. And you got your nasal sound. That's it. I'm exaggerating all of them. So what you got to do is you got to learn. People that sing nasal are usually not as nasal as I was singing. They're usually somewhere in between their nasal sound and their open sound. So you got to learn to move the note across them by doing it on one note first. So let's say you're going to sing a song, Boyz II Men, don't let real love pass you by. Let's say you got that phrase, all right? So, or that person wanted me to sing Still in Love. So, when the eagles forget how to fly. So let's say we got that. When the eagles forget. So you have to go one note at a time and fix where that note is. When, just on a straight tone. When, that's like that operatic. When. That's a more natural sound. Where, nasally. Where, bring it down. Where. See how I'm moving the sound? Same note, but I'm moving the sound. Try that. That exercise will be a massive decider or massive helper in developing the skill to be able to choose what your sound sounds like. Okay? Because in reality, when you're singing a song, you're not always in this perfect center. Sometimes you go a bit to the nasal side, sometimes you go a bit to the operatic darker side. So you have to practice being able to control it so you can create the sound that you want to create. Okay, I can instantly sing something in an operatic style and have that, hey, when the eagles forget how to fly. And I can make it sound like that, but I don't sing like that, but I can do it right there. I just demonstrated to you. It's because I've practiced being able to change my placement, I call it. Changing my placement and my tone. Also, I can make it nasally. When the eagles forget how to fly. But I don't sing like that either. Right? So this is used in imitation. When you imitate people, you tend to practice this skill of changing your placement allows you to imitate people better. Or if someone's going to imitate me, they might be like, hey, I'm Rashid, blah, 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 I sound like this, and then maybe they imitate my singing, when the eagles, they might add those tones that sound like me. They'll move their placement so they sound more like me. So that placement is somewhere between where I just demonstrated. You got to practice using that, okay? I hope that answers those questions. I had another question, I think. I forgot what it was. Someone asked about Amira. Amira's starting to laugh now. Super, super cute. She's starting to laugh. I got it on video this morning when I was leaving for work. I had a little play with her and she laughed, so I'll post that up for you guys later. Super cute. Melts your heart. Super cute. Where was the other question I had? About JR and Daryl Long. Daryl has high range and JR can hit those notes too. JR can hit those notes, but Daryl is more comfortable in those high notes to sing them more often, I think. But JR can do them. And JR's sound on his high notes is extremely impressive. There's like a richness behind his high notes. It sounds super thick and volume. So that sound is very special. So when JR hits a high B or a high A or high A sharp, it sounds so impressive to me. So I think he's better in that regard. A little bit better than Daryl. And JR has the smoother vibrato more often. Daryl has a smooth vibrato. He sounds like he's been getting better at his vibrato, but it's not smooth as often as JR's. JR's vibrato is smooth 100% of the time. Daryl's vibrato is smooth probably 50% of the time. And falsetto, JR's falsetto is flawless. And Daryl backs off using his falsetto. So that's something Daryl could work on, like creating a falsetto. He reminds me of myself. He feels like he backs off using falsetto and intentionally goes into high chest. Maybe his falsetto isn't that strong, or maybe he's super perfectionist about his own voice and doesn't want to use it. I'm not sure. Because he's hanging around these guys that are amazing at falsetto, like Bugay and Drillon and Michael Pungilinan and JR. So it's easy to, like, if you're not as good as them, to feel like I don't want to use my falsetto because I'm not as good as those amazing people. But you just got to start and just got to use it. So I would advise Daryl, just like start using your falsetto, like create it, develop it, because it's going to take a good 1 to 3 years till it becomes thick and strong. So just get used to using it and develop it, don't back away from it. And if you need help, come and ask me and I'll help you how to develop it, how to like make sure you're not wasting any time and just really getting it perfect. I would advise that for Daryl. But in terms of their range, yeah, I guess I already just said all the things that I think about their voices. Everyone's got their strong and weak points. Every singer's, a little bit different in what they're good and bad at. Here we go. Angela says, how can I improve my vocal range? This is an extremely common question. The most surefire way to improve your range, one, is first change the songs to fit your current range so that you can enjoy singing them in your current range. You might need to drop the songs down a few keys. Go onto my website and go to the part in the menu where it says apps, and you can download the software to help you be able to change the key of music. Change it down, put it down maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 keys. If you're going to sing Mariah Carey, Katrina Valade, Morissette Amon, Ariana Grande, Beyonce, Celine Dion, Regine, these girls have very high voices. If you're going to attempt to sing their songs, you'll need to drop the key until it fits your voice first. You might need to drop it 6 keys down. So what I recommend is you take the part that's high, you drop the key minus 12 keys, and then you gradually work up. And it works your entire voice from the middle, from the low to the middle to the high, and it gradually gets stronger and it stretches higher and higher. And over repeating this process over many months to years, your voice will increase in range. Okay? That's quickly put, that's how it's done. if you need to do it if you don't know how to put that in practice yourself, you'll need to do lessons so I can actually help you there. Okay. Or you can do this thing where I analyze your voice and I see how you're practicing. Go on my website for the details. It's a bit cheaper than lessons, and I can see how you're practicing, and I can give you a detailed idea of where you're at and a video of exactly what to do. I'll send it to you privately. Bit of Still in Love. Here we go. I think I must be dreaming that you are here with me. Must have died and gone to heaven, and it's all that I hoped it could be. When the eagles forget how to fly, and it's 20 below in July, and when violets turn red and roses turn blue, I'll be still in love with you. Still in love with you. All right, that's a little quiet version of Still in Love. Love that song. It was a bit hard with the migraine, but I got through. Do you love XO? I do. I really enjoy their songs. I'm looking forward to doing more reactions. Joseph says, aside from music, being a vocal coach, what are the things that interest you? Sports hobby. Great question. I've had a lot of hobbies over the years. So when I was very young, in my early teens, I loved handball. Hitting a tennis ball across a field. We used to play handball. I used to really enjoy that. Then I really got into basketball. I really loved basketball for many years. For my entire high school, I was obsessed with basketball. I got pretty good at that. I was obsessed with video games. Now, these ones I don't do anymore. I don't do any of these hobbies anymore. But I did them for many years, and I really enjoyed them. I was obsessed with video games. Mortal Kombat, Sonic the Hedgehog, Forsaken, Need for Speed. I used to play these games a lot. I used to play for hours a day. Mario Kart, Super Mario Brothers. I had Sega Master System. I had Nintendo 64. Master System 2. And then when I went to uni and I started getting into music when I was around 15, 16, I lost interest in games. And I used to play solitaire a lot and Tetris. I lost interest in games at that point, and my focus switched to really being obsessed with music, with musical artists. But other things I like doing, at that time, when I was around 22, I started doing salsa, and I still do salsa. So my current hobby is now music, playing guitar, singing, teaching. I love teaching. Teaching is a thing, teaching is its own thing that I learn to be an amazing teacher. I practice that regularly. I always practice my actual teaching through real experience, through real lessons, and I practice through course creation, reflection on my lessons, that kind of stuff. Salsa, so I did salsa lessons for 3 years, and then I joined the salsa dance group. It wasn't just salsa, sorry, it was a performance group where we did salsa, samba, drums, hand drums for 5 years. So I was, did that for 8 years, and then now for the last few years I just go out dancing socially to a nightclub every week. Every Wednesday we go dancing. We go to salsa at the Ivy in Sydney. So salsa's a big one. Other than that, I love nature stuff, so I like going to the beach. I love, we go for walks, me and my partner Jess and Amira now. We go for walks in Darling Harbour. It's like a beautiful water harbour there. We love to go to the shopping centre, walk around, check out, what's around. I love looking at technology. I love technology, gadgets. I have a lot of technology that's music related. I love technology. My job is IT support, so I really love technology. Um, what else do I do? Um, yeah, I love like hike type stuff, so like nature walks, that kind of stuff. Um, so we'll go like sometimes to mountains, or we'll go on holidays maybe for a week or a couple of weeks in the year, somewhere not too expensive or anything, but maybe where there's a beach. Snorkeling, I like amusement parks, those kind of things, you know. Yeah, hope that gives you guys some ideas. That's the kind of stuff I like to do on some kind of a regular basis, you know what I mean? Yeah. I like chores, I like doing the dishes, little funny things like that. I actually like, don't mind that. Um, I love tanning. I love like lying in the sun and tanning. I do that on my work break. Swimming. There you go. I love hanging out with friends and family, having long, deep conversations. I know, beginner, I know you teach acoustic guitar. Is there, just wondering, is it the same premise as ukulele or totally different? The chords are totally different, but the way you hold the chords down, the motor aspects are the same. So the way you pick, strum, and hold chords down with your hands, it's exactly the same, nearly almost identical. It's just more strings on guitar, but it's almost identical. But the chord shapes are all different. So on a guitar, a C major chord looks one way, but on a ukulele, it looks a completely different way. He does salsa dancing, yeah, and the Macarena. Just really, that's cool. Any videos or links for that performance? Yes, I do have. Go on my channel in my videos page and search salsa. And I have several videos of me dancing salsa with a lot of my friends and my partner. Bikuna, he has some dancing vids, dancing with his wife. I can see him in competition. Really good. Thank you. I'm half Hispanic and I can't even move like that. Thank you. Damn, his video is cutting up. Oh shit. Hi Coach from Philippines here. Hey Madeline. Hey Paloski from Spain. Coach, check your video lagging. Oh, I can't really do anything. I'm connected to the internet. I can't really do anything about it, I'm sorry. How long did it take you to sing your first run consistently? And what was your reaction, lol? My first run consistently, I'm not quite sure what you mean by consistently. Consistently. Well, if you mean how long did it take before I sang it well, it took months because the runs I was trying to do were very hard. So I tried to do like these really hard runs, like really super fast and super long runs from Wanye and Brian McKnight and stuff. But I kind of quit because they were too hard. So then I went to Craig David songs and I noticed, I go, how about if I try shorter runs first? Because I didn't know how to approach the long runs. So then I tried shorter runs, like 3-note runs, like, ooh, yeah, 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 and, well, I don't want to live a lie. That's like a 7-note run, lie. So then I switched my focus onto these short runs, and I was like, maybe I can get these short runs first. I literally spent about 2 years there working on these short. Remember, I had no help. Well, I did have some help because I would check with my sibling, because my brother Karim was extremely naturally talented. So he would give me feedback every now and then. But it wasn't like a structured lesson. He would just tell me, oh, you're going too fast, or you're missing notes, that kind of feedback. Or you sound crap, you sound shaky, blah, 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 that kind of feedback. So it took months before they sounded okay. And then it took a year, at least a year or two, before they would sound kind of okay, like pretty good. Like I could do it in the song. Maybe a little shaky, but I could do it. Yeah. That's without consistent help. Now, if you have a consistent trainer in your corner, like me, a coach, fixing you every step along the way, every week on a regular basis. Depending where you're starting, in a year or two, you will be great. You'll sound great in a year or two. On your own, I can't guarantee you anything. It's just trial and error. You just got to keep trying. Just don't quit. If you're going to go on your own, I just recommend that you don't quit. Yeah. Quitting is the only enemy. My reaction when I started learning runs was amazement at how many notes there actually were in every run. That's what amazed me the most. I couldn't believe that there was 7 notes in that quick run that I just did before. I couldn't believe that there was 25 notes in and on, this one, and on. Like after a year or two, when I could like break that down, when I was good enough to break it down, I was like, oh my God, there's 25 notes. Shit. Oh, I was like, oh. Like when I would break that down, I'd be like, oh man, there's like 14 notes. It's so hard. So my reaction was shock. And then as I got better, don't laugh at me, but I literally cried. I made myself cry at several stages in my progress because I would start to do things that I could never do. Sometimes I would hit a point where I would sing along with the song and it would sound better than it ever sounded before, kind of like a wow moment. It would sound like better than it had sounded maybe 3 months ago, for example, or 6 months ago. And then I'll have this moment where I like tear up. And I've been getting more and more of those moments as I keep getting better. So that was my reaction. I would cry to my own sound while I'm singing, not while I'm listening to my recording. Also, while I'm listening to my recording, I would get those experiences. So it's quite a beautiful experience, man. That's why I really highly recommend that you learn and you train and you get to a level where you become a master, because becoming an expert, it's so important because the feeling is so special. It's like eating. It feels amazing to eat. Like when you're really hungry and you eat, it feels amazing. And this is what getting better feels like. It's just a touch of it. It's very hard to explain to you what it feels like to get better over a long term. When you like do something that you've been working on for years, and it's like suddenly you're like, wow, and you remember, part of your brain remembers, this was like impossible for me before. It's like you morph and you see your morphing moment. It's like watching the movie when you see the crying moment where the dad suddenly shows caring for the son, and the dad was like hard-headed, and it's like a crying moment. Or you see the progression of someone's life throughout a movie. It's condensed into 2 hours, but it impacts you emotionally because it's showing you someone's long progression. You know what I mean? It's like that. It's really special. Is R&B your first genre? Yes, my first genre that I was extremely interested in singing. So yes, I did listen to music before that, like Arabic music and Bee Gees and ABBA and pop music, but R&B was the first genre that hit me like, whoa, I want to sing this. I really, really want to sing. I wasn't just singing along. I was like, my heart, I need to sing this. So R&B was the first genre that made me do that. Artists like Cisco, when Drew Hill came out, Craig David, Boyz II Men, As Yet, they were my initial Joe. They were like the initial people that just made me go, wow, music. You know what I mean? Like to a new level. Okay, it's back. That's great. Hey, Peter. Show us your salsa vids. Look them up. Go to my videos page and search salsa. Coach, if you were to teach Daryl, JR, Michael P, and Bugo, what would you work on each of them? Yeah, for Daryl, I already explained it. For JR, nothing. JR is absolutely perfect. Michael P, probably take his chest range higher, maybe. That's the only thing he seems. So he seems like he'll flip to falsetto. His falsetto is flawless, but he'll flip to falsetto when things get really high in chest. So maybe he'd be interested in taking his chest just a bit higher. Instead of always flipping to falsetto, have the option and learn the skill to be like Daryl and JR, where they go in the chest and just take that a bit higher. Tell Michael. And Bogoy, I think the same for Bogoy. Bogoy, I was talking to Bogoy in on Instagram, and he said that chest range, like, that's the only thing that he feels that he would want to take higher or something. But it sounded like he was told that he couldn't because of the nature of his husky voice. Someone told him he can't go higher, and I told him you can go higher. Like, husky doesn't matter. So that's it. Just high chest range for Michael and Bogoy, and falsetto, vibrato for Daryl. And JR, nothing. Hi coach, watching from Philippines, thanks. Golf fan. Sorry you partially answered most of it. Okay, Big Kahuna, that's okay. Raul, does Diva Dance really the hardest song to sing? It's very, very hard. Yes. Big Kahuna, think Boyz II Men Thank You song is pretty difficult. Boyz II Men Thank You is very hard because it's quite a quick flow. The runs are really, really difficult, and the range is really, really hard. It's really hard. There's big range jumps in that song. Very hard song to sing. You're totally right, bro. I was young, pop, and didn't. There has to be like that kind of there. Like it's a run, and it's really high. It's like one yay, man. One yay. Love. Brian, suggestion for your next reaction. Yeah, I got that one in my list. Thank you. Bravo, beautiful voice. Thank you, Lash Flex. Great suggestion. I think it was you that suggested it. I thought he won't stop that. Yeah, it's actually 18 seconds long. Look it up. It's 18 seconds long. It's longer than what I did. I've been working on it. I've been working on trying to get the whole thing. Coach, do you like Richard Marx? Yeah, I like his main song, yeah. I haven't heard all of his songs. I've only heard his main song. Oceans apart, day after day, and I slowly slip away. That's all I know. Wherever you go, whatever you do, I will be right here waiting for you. See, I don't even know it properly yet. You reminded me, I was going to learn that on guitar. It's quite a nice song. I'll look it up, man. His greatest hits. Thank you. Angel's Lullaby. R&Bify it. Thank you, Happy Sheiks. Solitary addiction gives you a ton of migraines. Yeah, I don't do it anymore, but I used to when I was in high school. Hey, Justine. Jim TC. Yo, didn't you used to be a bodybuilder, Rashad? Also, what it do? What it do? Yes, I did used to be a bodybuilder. I forgot to say. Fitness. How could I forget about fitness? Yeah, I still work out. I used to do bodybuilding, so I used to work out more often, like 45 minutes every second day. Now I just work out like 10 minutes every second day, just to keep, just like a little bit of muscle tone, and just not much, just work out my entire body to keep strong, not weak. So I could do push-ups, squats, sit-ups, pull-ups, that kind of stuff. But I always go in phases of working out a bit more, a bit less. And salsa is my cardio and walking. But yeah, I used to be more into bodybuilding, and if you look up on my website, you might be able to find it. I got pictures of my old self when I used to be pretty built. When I'd worked out for about 3 or 4 years, and my muscles were much thicker. You could probably find it if you look up bodybuilding, maybe on my website. I don't know. Joseph, thanks for the answer, Coach. Hope you and your family can visit Philippines, and one day, hopefully. Hey, Renz. Okay, Coach, you love life. I certainly do. Except for the migraines, I still love life. Joseph says, you can do a collab with JR. Hopefully one day. Yep. Shout out, I'm from Philippines. Renz, here's a collab coming. Yes, hopefully. Jim, any ideas for how to harmonize on the fly? Is it just singing at a low key or a high key? Is it more complicated? Yeah. Harmonizing on the fly requires a lot of pre-knowledge. So we'll do some more. Jim's one of my long-term students. We'll do some harmonizing in our next few lessons, Jim, and I'll show you exactly some approaches. And I'm actually creating some stuff in the because I haven't covered that in my current course. So in my new course, in my book and stuff, I'm going to create a section for harmony and how I learned harmony. It's quite difficult, harmony, and I'm only average at it. So there's actually like a lot of complicated things you can do with harmony, which can be really exciting, really fun to make a cappella versions and stuff. Look up my channel. I've got some a cappella versions. Just type a cappella on my videos. See what I mean? I made one for With You and one for Still of the Night. But it's hard to explain it here, bro. But basically, you're singing a third above or a third below is the most common harmony. A minor third or a major third, or a minor third or a major third below. If you want to look up the theory of what that means, or you can wait till we have our lesson and I'll explain it to you. I have a video called How to Harmonize, I think. Look that up, Jim. It's a pretty popular video, actually. I think it's good. Coach, you have any written songs as well? Yes, go on my channel. I actually have like 40 songs in a playlist. They're all originals. Look them up. Forgive the voice though, but you get to see some of my earlier vocal stages. I'm an okay writer. Some of the songs are good, some of them are okay. Happy Cheeks. Okay, Sacred Discovery of Amazingness. Yes, thank you so much, Dastania boys. Whenever you have a headache, you keep on singing and we'll be right here listening to you. Thank you. That's a continuation of your Oceans Apart song. Very nice pun. Hey Dominic. I like Live Signal the most, man. Thank you so much. It's quite fun. You love, yeah. I love hanging out with you guys. It's fun for me and it keeps me in practice in, answering questions. It's like being in a room and I'm answering all your questions one at a time. It's pretty fun. It's pretty cool. I wish I could see you guys as well. Maybe one day they'll make the option to see, like, maybe click the people, in a live and sort of see videos of people hanging out watching you. That'll be amazing. Hey, I just gave YouTube an idea there. Maybe I'll send them that in the feedback. But that'll be quite amazing to get like a live video feed and you can click the person and see who's asking you the questions. So you can, when you see just text, it's more nice when you connect with the people and maybe even be able to click the audio and hear them answer their question. Hear them ask their question. That'd be fun. Click in and out like an amazing hangout. Damn, what an idea. What an idea. There's a crazy app idea there for life. All right, guys. Catch you guys next time. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you watching me and hanging out with me. And I'll see you next time. Morning from Russia. Bye.